Alright guys, today we're going to do a recap on today's trades. Today, very much like yesterday, there was two stocks that made a pretty nice move. Um, One was right out of the market open around 8:30 and the other one was around 8:45, just like yesterday. So that's the interesting thing about the markets. Uh, Whatever happens one day, most of the time it transfers over to the next day, and maybe even to the next day. It's called continuation stocks. For example, yesterday we had SIM or SIF that made a pretty nice move out of the gates, but today we had another one right out of the market open. So as here you can see, this was on the watch list. On the morning watch list, it was trading from $4, moved up to 538, pulled back, and hit VWAP, and then it bounced back up. So we're watching this potentially here over $5. So this is the 5-minute chart. We'll jump into the 1-minute chart so you can see it more clearly. Here you can see, let me clear this up. So here you can see that it came up, the pre-market nice level to watch was here at 510. That was right before the market opened. So that's what I was watching. Okay, so as soon as volume comes in and we get that break of 10, I'm going to jump in for a potential move up to potentially up to this level here, this high, which is 540, 539. So nice 40-cent mover. So as soon as the market opened, volume came in, but this thing opened up pretty low. It opened up, well, actually it opened up at 5, but it dipped down to 491. And then I bought some shares around 490 something, 494, 495, and there was a big seller at $5 right there, right at $5, and I was like, well, I decided to hold it for a little bit, but it was like a 40,000 share seller, and they eventually got filled. But as soon as that happened, you had order that another order that came in. Another order that came in, pretty big size. So I was like, man, this thing's gonna fail hard. So if this breaks that level, it's gonna come down pretty hard. So I'm like, okay, well, I sized up on it too. That's the thing. I sized up on it, and another seller came here, and I was like, okay, well, I need to bail out. I ended up stopping out with like a 2-3 cent profit. So I was like, okay, well, that's not what I had in mind for it to play out. So this candle closed, and on the next candle, as you can see here, this candle's high is 511. So this would be an entry, 511, for an opening range breakout. It breaks 511 and it shoots up to 559. So that's almost what I had planned, except this stock it seemed like it had a lag on it for some reason, where it acted like it was gonna work and it didn't, and then it finally ended up working. So I was not in on that second move because I was afraid of another big seller and then a big fail. Usually, whenever that pops up, they reject pretty hard. In this case, it made a nice move up. I missed this one, which is okay. I'll be okay. And then, so it came up, it hit a high of 574, pulled back, broke VWAP to the downside. Here it halts going down. I was watching for a false halt going down for a possible bounce back up. So a potential false halt down at 484, and then for a bounce back up to VWAP around 520. That would have been a nice 40 cents on that trade, but it ended up halting going down, which is not good. These usually halt. If they halt going down, they'll resume lower. So I was watching this for a possible bounce. It resumed from the halt. It opened at 485. It squeezed up. As soon as I saw the green volume, I decided to jump in. I could have jumped in a little bit sooner, but I hesitated on it. I wanted to get confirmation, so I ended up paying a higher price, and it didn't go much higher than what I had got in. Well, I got in like a 494, and it hit high 499, and it kind of just stuck there for a little bit, so I decided to take my profit and just got out. Well, actually, this one was a loss. Bought in like at 496, sold at 494. It struggled up here. On the next candle, it broke. Uh, the high was 499. The next candle, it broke it, hit up high 514, then it pulled back. So this stock, it faked me out twice. So on this first trade, I was sized up pretty heavy. This would have been a nice little winner here, but it faked me out and I stopped out, and I decided to take the lot. Well, I decided to cut the trade instead of having it turn into a big loss. Okay, so that was that stock, and then the last stock we traded. We only traded 2 stocks today. So I had in mind, I was like, okay, well, yesterday we had a stock that made a move right out of the market open. So the next potential move might be around 8:45, because that's the way it was yesterday. Sure enough, the next move, it was around 8:45 on this one. So this stock, it halted right out of the gates. It with very low volume, so wasn't too interested in it. Here, we'll jump into 1-minute charts so you can see it clear. And this thing just popped up on the, it was not on the watch list. I don't believe it was. I think it was on the scanners, on the momentum scanners. Well, anyways, it popped up. It halted at 386. It popped up from 350 up to 386. It halted for 10 minutes. And then it resumed at 410. It hit a high of 451. And this happened way too fast. I wasn't able to jump in here. Plus, it was very low volume, around 300,000 shares. So I was like, I was a little iffy on it. It halted for 10 minutes. Usually, if they halt for more than 5 minutes, for anywhere from 10 minutes to 15, that's usually pretty good. It means they open up higher. So this stock, it opened up at 484. So I saw some green volume coming in, and I jumped in right under the whole dollar, which is right under $5, for a squeeze up to, I made a high of 540. Of course, I didn't capture the whole move. I got in around 495 and sold around 515, 510. So it was a little decent. It was a decent trade. I was a little worried that since it was already pretty extended, that it was gonna fail. It was gonna come down pretty hard. So I was pretty quick on that trade. It was a few seconds long, not very long. So that's it. That's it for today. I was expecting a little bit more momentum since yesterday we had very nice movers out of the market open, but this wasn't the case today. Maybe tomorrow on Friday we'll see what opportunities it presents. Now, the way I trade quick in, quick out. I don't hold stocks very long, for days or hours or months. I just so these are like 1-minute candles. You can see where I got in, I got out. Quick scalp trades. If I would have been holding this thing, I would have held it down to this level, down to, what is it, 420, and then I would have been down like a whole dollar from my entry, and then a bounce back up, and then down to 350, and there's no telling where it's going to open up tomorrow. Well, it's already at its very lows, just about. So that's another thing about my trades. That's what I love about these kind of trades. They're so quick, and you're able to manage your trades very well. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Any questions, just let me know. Thank you.